Here we are again, another Three Men and Beer. Three Men and Beer, a virtual world tour. We have been to the US of A, where we rodeoed, where we hunted Bigfoot. We do all the things that the Americans do. Now we're going to go to another country. I don't know if you can guess from Sean, from John's face where we're going to go. But with no further ado, let me hand over to John. John, talk to us. Where are we going?
We are at Iceland, South Africa. We are purely for Sean's geography. That's on the eastern side of America.
Perfect. South of the Aconta, or whatever it's called.
Yes, right next to Scandinavia.
God, its face.
And I went for Cape Point on the basis of the alcoholic volume, because it's a 6.5.
I just looked 6.5.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the South African ones do vary. And let's go for beer that should hopefully have a bitter kick. And the label itself kind of attracted me to it. Used to stamp collector when I was young.
I love that.
The label itself is amazing. It's like a stamp all the way around. It's cool, and there's a little stamp on the back.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about. It's all about a postcard. That label is lush. I love that.
So pop open the lid.
But have you seen again? Sorry, I'm just going to jump in, John, on this. What I love is on this back side, there's the little postcard stamp, and underneath it says "Discreeting beer lover" and then an address, and I love that. I think that's cool. It's a nice little.
That's nice.
A message in a bottle from the fairest Cape. Now I've genuinely got high hopes for this. Really have.
I feel really sort of. I don't know. I don't really want to open it.
Well, I'm opening it, guys. I'm going.
Let's go in.
Go for it.
Oh. Oh.
Right. Not again.
No, it smells good. It smells oaky and like
dark.
And
wow.
Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's heavy.
It smells heavy. Have you tasted it, Sean?
Yeah, it tastes heavy.
He's my brother. Oh man, that's gorgeous.
Whoa.
I'm a fan straight away. It smells great.
I'm a fan. That's bizarre. That's like Bovril. It's like that's a meal in itself.
That's a man's beer. That's
Whoa.
You know what? I would say that's like True Grit. This one.
Yeah.
That's like properly trekking across the Cape with your gun across the savannah.
That's to me. William, my boy, turned around to me going, "What are we having for dinner, Dad?" And I run outside with my axes and I drag in a wildebeest, and I'm going to open a beer after.
And you know, it hasn't disappointed. Not so.
No, that's it feels thick. Even the viscosity of it feels thick. It feels heavy.
Great word.
It is. If that was a bigger bottle, that would be dangerous. I mean, that's dangerous now. That's one of those ones where you go, this is to have with like your beef pie, with steak, with stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I could sit there with beef pie and have that and go.
But do you know what it says on the bottle? It says, "Chill before consumption."
I chilled mine before consumption.
I didn't chill mine.
Mine's freezing. I've chilled it, John.
Yeah.
But it's still got that heaviness to it. I'm sat there and I'm going, beef pie.
Oh.
Bang. I nail a couple of them with a beef pie.
Sausage and mash.
Sausage and mash.
Oh.
Yeah, anything gravy based.
But this is South African. This is South African beer. Don't forget.
I know
it's weird.
John. I'm not going to sit out on the plains of Africa looking at a tiger come
along.
Whilst eating some
tigers.
I'm not. I don't think I can see myself doing that. Smashing biltong back. I can see myself in front of a beef pie and drinking it.
That's exactly what I can see. A real beef pie, fireplace, country pub, sat there going, "That's the one."
Seriously, John, someone needs to get this on tap. They do.
Massive fan of it, John. I really am. I think well done you for going out and about and getting a beer like this, but this is what we haven't had for the last few sessions. We haven't had a beer that has tasted good,
Yeah.
looks good, smells good to this level, and I'm almost getting my battens out, John. This is how close I am with a South African beer.
What do you think of the smell of it?
I think it smells great.
But what does it remind you of?
It reminds me of trees chopping wood. If you ever like, you know this the log cutters you get, right? So my mother-in-law's lucky enough to have a log cutter. You put a log cutter in, and when that opens, you know when it goes.
Yeah, when you split logs. Yeah.
So it's earthy. It is.
And that is what it is. In that, just everything about that is like a proper, without trying to be like sexist, a proper man's beer with a man's meal in a man's moment. That's what that is. That's a beer and a half.
But Colin, that's what I said at the start. I think when I said it's a proper go out on the savannah, hunt a bear, and come back with it. That's
so. Shall I start off then? Colour.
So it's
I thought it was. It looked red to me, and I know we've not had many colourblind jokes recently. It did look red, so I'm actually going to give it a solid 8 because I love the colour of that. And perhaps I've underscored it. Don't know. 8.
I've given it a 7, John.
I've gone 8.
And I've given it a 7 because it's amber, but it's not amber. Sorry, that's wrong. That's the wrong word to use. It's a IPA kind of ale kind of level of golden. It's not red. It's not intriguing. It's just brilliant. But we'll come on to smell. If I put smell in there, oh, what a smell!
So
right, design.
I've got to say this is what dragged me into buying it. I love it. It's a 9 for me. It do you know what? It's quite simple, but it just summed up South Africa. It did. All the things that I think about, I saw the label and I went, do you know what? I reckon that might be quite good. I hope it is.
John, you'll be pleased to know you're getting a solid 9 from me as well.
Yes.
I literally,
man himself.
I love this. I loved it because of the rigidness. It's not peelable. It's got the postcard on the back, the wording throughout. It is basically you're on holiday in South Africa. Have a little bit of this. Go on, try it. This is how we roll. And I think fair play to Cape Town Brewery because I think that's great. I think that sums a country beer up in one.
Yeah, I'm going to go straight in, and I think this is the first time this has ever happened with a 9 as well. Because for me, out of all the beers we've looked at, that is, if I saw that in the shop, I'd go, "Wow, that looks cool. I'm going to buy that." And it's everything. It's the stamp. It's the postcard. It's just everything about it. It's just right. I love it. I love that. I'd have that picture on my wall.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? You would.
I would. I can see that going. Take out. It's just you can have that on the wall. It's a nice design.
You'd have that picture on your ceiling, wouldn't you, girl?
All the giraffes. All the giraffes.
Into the mirror. Who's the cat?
So taste. I've not been let down.
Ooh la la.
Oh, Big 10, isn't he? Big 10 from Len.
It's a 10 from Brad in South Africa.
Right, from me, I have given it an 8, and I feel bad now he's given it a 10, but I've given it an 8 because it's heavy. It is.
So for me, taste is I'm going to go again halfway. I'm going with a 9. For me, it's a lovely, lovely taste. I see what Shawnee says is that for me, again, it's a heavy beer, but I know if I had that with the right food, that would be exquisite. So I'm giving it a 9.
Okay.
Done.
Average score for me is an 8.
Oh,
Still doing the maths.
17. I've got a 9.
Good job, John boy.
And do you know what? That was well worth the effort then.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Listen, I applaud the effort. I applaud the effort.
I've got 8.5.
So 8.5 is the score.
Boom. Well done, South Africa.
Well done, South Africa.